Hello everyone, Namaste. Welcome to another episode of RightCast. I am your host Ichha Pandey. Joining us today is truly special guest, Dr. Swetketu Patnaik, Head of School of Finance, Law and Economics from Anglia Ruskin University. Today, we'll be delving into various topics about UK, Anglia Ruskin University and various things. So without any delay, let's welcome Dr. Swetketu Patnaik, sir. So welcome to SOSA.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So how are you feeling to be here in Nepal today?
Amazing place, amazing people, amazing experience.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I would like to initiate our conversation. Many students who leave the country, it's really overwhelming for them, right? So when it comes to like accommodation, tuition fee, they find it really challenging. What is Anglia Ruskin University doing in terms of accommodation, tuition fees, to feel them at ease?
Yeah, I think that's where teams like yours come into picture in many cases. Providing them with that information which exists. There is an accommodation team in Anglia Ruskin which helps students to secure accommodations. Again, that's where pre-planning helps. Likewise, there is a team which helps with advising them on the student finances. Okay. So it is not just about the fees largely. It is fees plus other finances, right? What is my living cost? What do I stay? How do I stay? Where do I spend? So on and so forth. So that is also the teams which provide a lot of active support, active information, active support, in providing with the necessary understanding. That said, one of the things we do very actively as an institution is one of the concepts we have is £1 meal for our students. Any student who is studying there, not just a student but members of staff, they can get lunch for £1. There is dedicated space, good food, all cooked within the campus, and something we do for them.
Okay.
So again, when we look into ARU Temp, as I said, that is again something to help them through their own opportunities to earn. I think those few things combined together really works in the favor of students. But again, one of the questions you asked, what mistakes they do, they try to get into the job market very quickly. Very quickly look for a part-time job. No, sometimes just wait. Speak to the employability team, ask them about ARU Temp, ask them about what are the opportunities that they suggest, and those are perhaps the best advice they can get.
So as international students find really challenging when it comes to job placements when they are in foreign countries. So what is Anglia Ruskin University's doing in terms of placements and jobs?
Okay, I think 2-3 things here. One is what are we doing, providing support, and second is what exactly are we doing in providing employment.
Okay.
So I think those two I'll delve into them separately. One is for all students, whether domestic or international students, they have access to an enormous degree of support that exists. There are different teams which provide support on employability and different teams which provide support on placements. For example, the employability team is centrally located, but each faculty have colleagues who work with the employability teams to ensure that students have opportunities to develop their own CVs, develop their own covering letters, and are able to apply for jobs that comes up in the market. In a sense, the employability team works as a conduit between the employers, potential employers, and the potential students, or the students themselves who are there. The second is the employment part as well. I think that's also critical to highlight. We are one of the very few universities, we have a dedicated program of employment for part-time employment called ARU Temps.
Okay.
Right? Which actually we pay better than what part-time students get outside the university. So the whole idea is we like our students to stay with us, stay in the campus. It is better for them, it is better for us, and they are excellent when it comes to the work they do. I mean, in last 18 months, a lot of our students has been spending their placement with us in the faculty, and they have gone back to industry and done excellent work. So it is, again, as I said, there are two elements to it. It's the providing a support and doing something for them.
Okay, that's really thoughtful of the university, how they are, helping students in terms of placement and internships. So in this only note, I would like to ask you another question. Like, in your view, like, what are the common mistakes do students do while in terms of the placement and internships?
One common mistake they do all the time is they don't come prepared.
Okay.
Okay, so in many cases, it's a very reactive measure. It's not necessarily, they want to have a part-time job, they want to have a job, but what is necessary to have it is something which they don't come prepared with. And something I always tell my students beforehand is prepare. What is the job market's requirements are.
Yeah.
The way we write our CVs is fundamentally different to the way the industry looks at the CVs. The way we write our covering letters are different. So it's very important for students to think about these small things, but very important things. And the second mistake they do, but it's over-related, is they don't approach the employability teams on time. Many cases, and rightfully, many times what happens is, international students take a bit longer time than other students to settle down.
Yeah.
That's the reality of their lives. So perhaps if they are a little bit more prepared, a little bit more proactive, that might help them in much better way as compared to what we have seen. So that's something we try to push our students, that please, by the time you are here, have your CV updated one, have a good covering letter so that we can work with you.
Yeah.
And we can develop it further.
That's really great advice for the students to be proactive. Okay, but in your view, what are the 3 important skills when it comes to the placement,
First thing is being proactive.
And second?
Keep your eyes, ears open. That's the proactive part.
Yeah.
I think second is, on placement, have some clarity in terms of what do I really want to do. Many times international students do not necessarily have that clarity, although they might know what they want to do, but they don't articulate what they want to do.
Yeah.
And so as a consequence, there is always kind of a gap there. So that would always help. And third is, look for opportunities and be open-minded. Many times opportunities come where you do not know they will come or not. And sometimes students are bet, should I really do it or should I wait for another opportunity? I think there is more opportunity in doing it, taking that risk and saying, okay, let's see what do I build on, this.
Okay. So as we wrap up, I would like to ask you the last question. Any one piece of advice you would like to give to the aspiring students who are going to go UK in coming intakes?
One piece of advice is keep an open mind. There are more and more opportunities to learn, and wherever opportunities arise, prioritize that learning. In that case, I'll just emphasize here, at Anglia Ruskin, we have an award-winning program called ARU CPD. Any student, an undergraduate student, a postgraduate student, any student, a PhD student, they can get CPD programs free of cost. So we do not charge, the university doesn't charge, it is for them, for their betterment, for developing their own skill sets, whatever skill sets they might think about. Any student can take 2 ARU CPDs per trimester. So in a sense, in a year, they can actually have 4 ARU CPD modules. And if an undergrad student, 4 multiplied by 3, almost 12 programs. And these are all the programs which help students to become better. They make their CVs look better. And again, being open-minded also means that one of the strengths of UK education is it is recognized worldwide.
Yeah.
Which also means that when you have a diverse skill set which you have developed, you are actually entering into the global labor market rather than restricted to one small places. So that's the being open-minded means as well.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. It was great having you here. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.